1, 22, 5, 0, 25, 15, 21, 0, 8, 1, 4, 0, 5, 14, 15, 21, 7, 8, 0.
You've finally arrived, though you didn't intend to. This is a small, sleepy town where the impossible thrives and bizarre runs rampant. Sit down, relax, and join us here in Uncanny Cove. Believing in the paranormal? Come on. The fact that anyone could fall for these fantasy stories is a sure sign of their intelligence. So why do you find yourself so drawn to this ritual? You continue to scroll down the shoddily designed website, snickering at the poorly animated demonic images lining the webpage. The Ashman, you read aloud. Summoning the Ashman will result in a single wish being granted to you. However, the process is difficult and may bear severe negative effects. You chuckle to yourself, though you notice a hint of nervousness come through. You're not seriously buying this, right? To begin, turn your TV to a static channel with the volume muted. Next, turn out all of the lights in your home with the exception of a single candle sitting before the TV. Once midnight hits, repeat the following. Ashman, Ashman, enter my home. Grant me my wish, then leave me alone. After these words are spoken, you must blow the candle out, turn the TV volume up, and sit facing away from the screen. It is imperative that you do not look at the TV under any circumstances. You will hear things, and your curiosity will no doubt be piqued. But don't let it get the best of you, or else the worst will occur. After an hour of facing away, the TV should shut itself off. Whisper your wish as soon as this happens. At this point, you're free to carry on with your night as usual. You have to admit, this is pretty intricate for a silly story. A free wish? Of course you're in for that. Despite your disbelief of the whole situation, part of you wants this to turn out real. You place the candle delicately on the floor before the TV sitting in your room. You glance at the clock again, confirming that it's only 11:45 p.m. before you grab this small chair of yours and face it away from the TV. You're actually going to do this. Despite your disbelief, here you are preparing for a ritual. If only your friends could see you now, you'd never hear the end of it. You shiver slightly, swallow hardly, and squeeze your eyes shut. Ashman, Ashman, enter my home. Grant me my wish, then leave me alone. As soon as these words leave your lips, you gather your deepest breath before blowing out the candle and cranking up the TV. You then spin around, fall back on the chair, and place your elbows on your legs with your feet firmly planted on the floor. This is where something happens. Right. Minutes pass, and yet there's still nothing but static filling the air. Your once heavy breathing has now slowed as your heart rate settles into a comfortable rhythm. Nothing. Just like you thought. You have to admit, you're a little disappointed that you even let things get this far. What did you expect? You're just about to turn around when something catches your ear. Wait, is there something coming through? A different sound. You can't quite tell, but something is different about this static now. You start to shake as you keep your eyes glued to the wall. Sweat begins to pour down your forehead as as you try to decipher the message. You need to turn around. You have to turn around. What on earth is making this noise behind you?
Make your wish.
Still trembling, you blurt out the first thing you can think of. More money. You hear the static raise in volume once more before the TV shuts off, leaving you alone in the dark. Your mind is a jumble as you search for a logical explanation to what just happened. Instead, you sit and stare at the wall, your eyes stinging and heavy. As the sun makes its way over the hills, you drag your sleep-deprived body out of bed and into your kitchen. As you step foot on the cold linoleum tile, there's a sudden knock at the door. Quickly, you swing the door open to find several $20 bills littering your front step. You stare in disbelief as they start to blow from your step into the street ahead of you. Your wish? It could have been a better wish now that you think about it, but no, this isn't the result of your wish. It can't be. A coincidence, of course. Who's to say this money didn't just fall out of someone's wallet and blow up to your door? You sigh as you realize that explanation is even more ridiculous than a supernatural wish. You'll have to test it one more time. It has to be something that couldn't be coincidence. Something that could only really happen with the power of this wish. Your thoughts begin to swim as you slowly close the door. Again, you place the candle before the TV, glancing at your clock once more to find a glowing 11:53 flashing at you. Mrs. Sunderland. Her death will be your wish. Mary was recently accused of killing her 2 young children, her job at the Uncanny Cove hospital giving her the perfect opportunity to dispose of the bodies. Yet the case remains open due to insufficient evidence. Everyone knows she's guilty. No one will miss her. Ashman, Ashman, enter my home. Grant me my wish, then leave me alone. The lack of confidence in your voice is more apparent than ever, but you commit to the words nonetheless. Then, as if perfectly rehearsed, you blow the candle out before you, raise the volume on the TV, and spin yourself around in the small chair. Just as before, an increasingly odd array of sounds begin to emit from the small television. You're not sure why, but the noises are really starting to get to you this time. You find yourself slightly turning your head, only to quickly snap it back into a forward position. You squeeze your eyes shut.
Make your wish.
You freeze for a moment before you mutter, "I wish Mary Sunderland was dead." You stare ahead at the wallpaper, your mind blank. Then all at once, the reality of what you've just done hits you. If this really works, then you've just taken someone's life. As soon as the sun rays beam through your windows, you throw your sleepless body out of bed toward the front door. As you swing it open, you're overwhelmed by a putrid stench accompanied by an army of buzzing flies. You then glance down at the paled body lying across your front step. It was Mary, her dirty blonde hair matted with the caked blood pooling around the front step. Her eyes were half open, yet so glazed over it was hard to make out a pupil. You're not sure if it's the sight of a dead body or the awful stench, but your knees begin to weaken as you fight the urge to pass out. You don't want anything to do with this anymore. You need to fix this situation. You'll call the Ashman one more time and wish this all away. You hesitantly grab the corpse by the ankle and drag it into your kitchen. With the candle set before the TV again, you're ready to fix this mess. There's no denying it anymore. You're a believer. head starts to sway from side to side as the bizarre noises return once more. You then hear a creak behind you. Is someone in your home? You ignore it at first, but can't help but think it might be Mary moving around. Maybe she's not dead yet. The sudden crash jolts you out of your chair as you quickly spin around. Then, without a moment to process, the Ash Man starts towards you. You may have heard it before, but it's always worth repeating. Be careful what you wish for, especially when you find yourself in Uncanny Cove.
Subscribe to Uncanny Cove. I'm William Ram, Principian, Power, Son.